All right. So welcome to our 2021 Grad Fair. This has been the first semester that we have done this Grad Fair virtually. We typically do these on each of our campuses in person. And while we are not able to do that, we wanted to make sure that our students get all of the information about graduation. I know that you guys have a lot of questions and we hope that we're able to answer them on today. So we are going to start, as I said before, this meeting is recorded. We are going to start by just giving you basic information about the ceremony, and then we'll transition to some other topics as we go through. So make sure that you pay attention. At the very end, we will open the floor for questions. Now, I do want to make sure that you're aware, because I did talk about the recording. If you do ask a question, you will show up in the video because it does show anyone who speaks. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. But if you are not speaking throughout this session, you will not show up on the recorded video. Also, if you don't feel comfortable asking a question, you can always post a question in the chat. And for those of you who don't know how to rename yourself to make sure your first name and last name is visible, you can post that in the chat. I already see that Madison has done that. I will update your name here shortly, okay? You can put your full name in the chat and I will update your name for you if you can't do it on your own, all right? So again, we welcome you guys and we thank you all for joining in this evening for the Grad Fair. I am Dr. Christy Montgomery. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs, Diversity, and Inclusion. And in my role, I am responsible for making sure that our graduation exercises run smoothly and that our students are celebrated in the best way possible. Due to the pandemic, last year was the first time that we actually did individual conferring of degrees. We were not able to do a large graduation ceremony because of all of the COVID restrictions. And so what we did was we had ceremonies on each of our campuses where the students had appointment slots where you could come in with your family, 5 family members, and you could have a personal conferring of degrees. What that means is that myself, the campus administration, and our chancellor are there with all of our graduation regalia at your campus location, and we individually award you your degree. So it is a very intimate and private ceremony for that one student. What we found is that students thoroughly enjoyed that aspect of it, because typically at a larger graduation, you don't get that one-on-one engagement with your chancellor, with those individuals. You don't get to have that moment. Your family's way up in the rafters somewhere, but they're right there in the room with you and can experience it with you. We also go over any honors that you have, all of that at that time. So it's a very intimate ceremony, and we got excellent feedback from students on it last year. This year, we had intended to go back to our larger ceremony with all of our colleges coming together at the University Center at Southeastern. However, Southeastern has decided they are not allowing any college commencements or high school graduations at their facility this year. So we will be doing individual conferring of degrees this year for our students again. Okay, last year we conferred over 250 individual degrees. It took us 5 days to do that. This year, we're going to have to extend it an extra day because we're adding our Livingston campus, who is having their first class of graduates coming through. And so we're super excited about that. So the graduation ceremonies will be held as of right now, and I'm pulling up my calendar to make sure I don't tell you a story. Our graduation ceremony as of now on Monday, May the 17th. Monday, May the 17th, we will be doing our Livingston commencement. So Livingston will be the first group. On Tuesday, May 18th, will be Florida Parish's campus. Tuesday, May 18th. On Wednesday, May 19th, will be Lacombe campus. On Thursday, May 20th, will be the Sullivan campus. And then on Monday, May 24th, and Tuesday, May 25th, will be Connect to Success and Hammond area campus combined. I believe that the Connect to Success students will most likely be on the 25th, but I can't tell you that definitely until we get the full number of graduates and applicants for those groups, because Hammond is typically our largest population. We typically have to do 2 days at that location because we combine our Hammond campus and our Connect to Success students in the same ceremony. We also do adult education graduation during this time as well. So these events typically start at 9 o'clock in the morning, and in some cases we don't stop until about 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay. What will happen is I'm going to send you guys a survey. So thank you. For me to see 82 people on the line means that you guys check your email. That's great. Okay, because you will receive an email from me that will have a link, and I'm actually going to post the link in the chat right now. So you can actually go ahead and copy it from the chat. You guys should have seen that come through just now. That is the link that you are going to actually complete to let us know whether you plan to be involved in commencement or not. Okay, so that is very important. You have to identify for us whether you want to participate in commencement or not, because I have to schedule you a specific appointment to make sure that we can fit you in and make sure that you can have your moment. And we have to do these ceremonies in 10 to 15 minute increments. Okay, so I have to know every single individual student that's going to participate so that I can assign you a time for your family to come and be a part of the ceremony. Okay, so make sure that you complete that as soon as possible. I do give you a deadline on there to complete that form. Make sure you complete it, because that will help me to kind of coordinate for you and make sure that your ceremony is scheduled. I will send the schedule out usually about 2 weeks prior to the actual ceremony. I will send the schedule out to you. If for some reason there is a conflict that you cannot, that particular time is an issue, a lot of times we can accommodate because we're squishing so many students into that time slot, those time slots. But if there is a major issue that you have, still reach out to me. If we can work with you, we will. But keep in mind, because we have so many students coming through, we have to kind of stick to that schedule to the best of our ability. Okay, so we can't make a whole lot of adjustments, but if there's a dire circumstance, we can work on an accommodation for you to move you to a different time. Okay, so just to recap, individual ceremonies for each student, individual conferring of degrees. And I know people say, well, what does a conferring of degrees mean? That means, you know, when you go across, when at the graduation, they ask everybody to rise, and the chancellor says, I now confer upon you, or the principal or whoever says, I now confer upon you the diploma of whatever, or the degree of whatever, and everybody stands up and woohoo, and everybody sits down. Okay. In your case, the chancellor is going to say that for every single student individually. So that's what happens. Every single one of you. And you get not just the picture with the chancellor, like typically when you're zipping across stage, but you get a picture with your chancellor, with your campus dean, with the vice chancellors, with all of these folks. So this is a very unique experience. And that's why a lot of our students appreciated it more, because it is a lot more intimate. So while it's not ideal, because we really do want as many of our family members to be there as possible, and we like to be together because all of us want to celebrate with you, but it does create a very personal and intimate moment for you and your family, for you obtaining your degree. Okay, so that's pretty much everything about the ceremony. You will hear more information about other questions that you may have related to the ceremony. So we're going to go through the rest of our items for the program, and then at the very end, we will answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so keep in mind, we're going to roll through all of the items, and then at the very end, we will answer any questions that you have, okay? And I will go over those graduation dates again. That Monday, which is the 16th, is going to be, no, I'm sorry, the Monday the 17th is our Livingston campus. Tuesday, the 18th, is our Florida Parishes campus. Wednesday, May 19th, is going to be Lacombe. Thursday, May 20th, will be Sullivan and Bogalusa. And then Monday, May 24th, and Tuesday, May 25th, will be our Connect to Success program and also our Hammond area campus. Most likely, Connect to Success folks, you will be on Tuesday the 25th, but that's going to be determining on, it may be split depending on the number of students that we have participating, okay? So keep that in mind. And you all will receive this information in a follow-up email, and we will have this information recorded where you can always go back and look at the video if you forget some information, okay? All right, so now at this time, we're going to transition. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Danity Moses, who is going to talk about making sure that you're ready for graduation. Danity, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to say congratulations to you all. This is a huge accomplishment for you and your families, and we want to make sure that you are prepped and ready. So this is what we're here for tonight. Dr. Montgomery, if you don't mind, I want to share my screen. So I know that most of you all have completed graduation applications. If you have not, don't fret. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. And also, if you're still having trouble, don't be afraid to visit your school's student affairs office. As a matter of fact, we want you to. We want you to ask questions. We need you to ask questions. We want to be as prepared as possible because, like Dr. Montgomery said, this is our second year doing this. It's probably going to be a little bit bigger this time around. So we want to make sure we have everything that's prepped and ready. So what I'm going to show you on my screen is exactly how to do your grad app. So what I'm going to do is share my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Okay, good. All right, so first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to our home screen at northshorecollege.edu. You're going to click this green button that says students, okay? Click students. Once you click students, you're going to go down to our overview, right? So this takes you to the index page. So with the index page, you want to go over to, I'm sorry, where am I? Student affairs, right? So we're going to click the student affairs button. Graduation and commencement is where you're going to find this information, okay? You're going to click that, and it's going to bring you here. And it's going to say applying for graduation. I know that it says Friday, March 12th. We're being very lenient. Don't be afraid. Don't fret. We're okay. So what you want to do, you're going to find your graduation application in your Lola, okay? So once you log on to Lola, and this is directions just in case you forget, you're going to click that self-service block button. Then you're going to click student profile, and then click graduation application. So this is where a lot of people get confused though. So if you look in the left navigation panel, like if you look into your left of the screen, when you do this, you'll be able to click. It's going to show either 3 lines if you're doing it on the phone, and a lot of people usually use their phone. If you're doing it on the phone, you're going to see those 3 lines. You're going to click that, and you'll see graduation application, and you'll go ahead and complete that application, okay? Like I said, if you're having trouble, if you're getting some kind of error, don't be afraid to visit the student affairs office. And even if you don't live close to your campus, you can still go to the closest campus, and they will help you regardless of if you're a student on that campus or not. So if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. And once again, congratulations. This is an exciting time. So y'all have a great evening. Dr. Montgomery.
All right, Danity, go ahead and stop sharing your screen. All right, thank you so much for that update. We're now going to transition to Mr. Remy Williams, who's going to be talking about the importance of responding to the student survey request, kind of reiterating the information that I spoke about earlier. And also, Beth, you can share the presentation if you would like.
May.
Good evening, graduates, future graduates. I'd like to say congratulations in advance. I'm sure all you guys will pass all your classes and be happy to, get your diplomas and move on to your careers. And speaking of moving on to your careers, we have a survey, I want you guys to take the time and please check your emails. After you get off this call tonight, there should be an email there should be an email waiting for you from North Shore asking you to fill it out and basically let us know what your employment opportunities are, if you're working, things like that. It's going to be important. North Shore would like to stay connected. North Shore would like to stay connected with you when you graduate to let, so you can let us know your achievements, your future achievements and things like that. But most importantly, when you graduate, you're going to become an alumni, and we're going to continue to take in new students and deal with current students. And so in order for us to improve the quality of our services, our delivery of services, it is very important that you complete the survey. It would help us out a lot. But again, I just want to congratulate you, and it's going to take maybe 5 to 10 minutes when you open your email. It's going to be very brief, and if you just take the time, it's important to update your information as well. This is going to give you a chance to update your information, your contact information, your address, phone numbers, things like that. And you never know, you may be calling on one of us to be a reference or something to that effect. So we're here for you. So again, congratulations. Please check your emails. Surveys are very important. That's how companies, schools, that's how we improve our quality. And you're part of that quality. Okay. Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. Remy. And also reiterating what Mr. Remy said, a lot of times as you hear from Ms. Dakota, she's going to be talking about some career services resources that we have. Many times employers will reach out to us and ask for graduates in certain areas. And so if your information is not updated, if we don't have your latest number, email address, then sometimes we're sending job opportunities to you, but you're not receiving them because your information is not accurate. So make sure that you are taking advantage of that through that survey. Also, you can update in your Lola account as well, your information, if you know that it's inaccurate currently. Okay, so now we're going to transition to Miss Nicole Abbott, who's our
Excuse
director
me, I
of
have a
financial.
question.
We're going to answer all questions at the end, so hold tight on the question. And you can always use the raise hand function. So if you do have a question, use the raise hand function on Zoom, and we will answer all the questions at the very end.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No problem, no problem. All right, Ms. Labat, we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on such a great accomplishment. If you want to go to the next slide. If you've attended North Shore this time and you have received federal student loans, when you first received your student loans, you completed what's called an entrance counseling to let you know what your rights and responsibilities are as a borrower, kind of tell you about interest rates and different things like that. Once you separate from the school, you graduate from us, you're required to do what's called an exit counseling. So you'll know what your repayment options and all of those things are. You can go to that. You will complete the exit counseling on studentaid.gov. So you log in with your FSA ID and you'll be able to complete it there. You can go to the next one. In the exit counseling, it does give you information about a deferment or forbearance. Once you separate from the school, the Department of Education is going to allow you a 6-month grace period before you're required to start paying those loans back if you've never started paying them in the past. When you do that exit counseling, it's also going to give you some information about the different repayment options. What I always tell students is that you need to know what is available to you. So if you get out of school and you're not making the funds that you expected to make, or typically they will stick everyone in a standard repayment plan. That's a fixed amount based on your loan amount and based on a 10-year option. if you're not able to make that standard repayment option, you need to be in contact with the servicer of your loan to see what other repayment options are suitable for your financial situation. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're in a repayment option that is suitable for your financial situation. When you're doing the exit counseling, you also, when you're in there, it's going to put all your loans that you've ever had, and it'll list the amounts that you would pay based on each repayment option. So you just want to pay close attention to that. Some of the income-based repayments, it will require like you to turn in your tax information and things like that, but you want to make sure that you are choosing a repayment plan that is suitable for your financial situation. Okay, next slide. These are just some websites. If you have any questions for us at North Shore, you can always email our office at finaid@northshorecollege.edu. The federal student aid website is where you would go in to complete the exit counseling. And any financial aid you've ever received, there's a national student loan database system where you can see any aid that you've ever received, loans or Pell Grants. On Monday, our office will be sending out emails to everyone who's received financial aid with us to let them know to do the exit counseling. So on Monday, to your North Shore email and your personal email that's on file and banner in your Lola self-service, is where you'll get the email from us saying, hey, congratulations, go in and make sure that you complete your exit counseling. So if you have any questions about that, just drop in the office or send us an email. But it is a requirement for graduation that you complete exit counseling. Again, congratulations.
Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Labat. And you guys make sure to pay attention to the chat. I think Mr. Remy just put a message about that exit survey. So make sure that you're looking at the chat. We're going to transition now to PTK, which is Phi Theta Kappa, our honor society at the college. And Ms. Amy Fleming, who is the advisor, is going to provide some information about that organization for graduates who have been involved in PTK.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Fleming. Like Dr. Montgomery just mentioned, I'm an advisor for the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Some of you might already be members. You received your membership maybe in the past couple of semesters. Some of you might actually be eligible to be members and might have received an invitation. We sent out invitations at the beginning of this semester, so end of January, early February. But with receiving all kinds of emails in today's world, you might not have actually understood what this organization is about. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about what PTK is about and also about the eligibility. So our Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society is an internationally recognized organization. So it is very recognized. We always encourage students who are eligible, have been invited to attend, to join because it looks so great on your resume. It looks great on cover letters. It looks great for interviews. And they allow you a lot of different benefits and opportunities if you are part of this organization. So we're based on the 4 hallmarks of service, leadership, scholarship, and fellowship. And we abide by these same kind of hallmarks as we go through our different opportunities. So a little bit about the Ptk eligibility. To be eligible to join Ptk, you have to be currently enrolled at a community college at NTCC. You have to have completed at least 12 hours of applicable coursework. That means not developmental classes like developmental math, developmental English. And also, if you are a transfer student, you're coming from a different college or university, we only accept the hours at the current college that you're part of. So they have 12 hours with North Shore Technical Community College. You also have to have earned a grade point average of 3.25 or higher. And you would have to have received an invitation from us for membership. So again, this invitation, it goes toward whatever your preferred email is. So it might have got sent to your North Shore email account. It might have got sent to your personal account, and even some students, when they register for college, they might put a parent email account, so it might be there as well. So you might want to look back at that and see if you were eligible. If you met all of these requirements before this semester started and you feel that you are eligible, please reach out to me. And we'll check on all that stuff and see if you are intended to be eligible or not, and we get that set up for you. Dr. Montgomery, if you can go to the next slide for me. All right, as part of PTK, along with all of the other benefits and opportunities that are involved, you can kind of explore this a little bit as well at ptk.org. If you are planning on graduating and being a part of the conferring of degrees, we do get the cords for you. So you see the cords on the right-hand side of the screen. We do provide those cords for you. You do not have to purchase them ahead of time. We have those for you. They'll be there for you the day of your graduation, the day that you get your degree. However, if you'd like to get the stole, so you see the golden stole that she has, and there's also like a little medallion type deal as well. If you'd like to purchase that, that's on ptk.org. You're welcome to do that as well, to purchase any of the merchandise memorabilia that is available for you. But again, we pay for those cords for you. You get a little bit note on when you become a member, when you join, they give you a little sticker that you could put on your diploma as well as that kind of acknowledgement also. And again, it's just a really great organization to be a part of, and we want you to be honored. This is something that you earned through your due diligence and your studies at school. So if you have any questions for me, you can put them for the end of our meeting today. And also you can email me at amyfleming@northshorecollege.edu. Thank you and congratulations.
All right, thank you so much, Amy. Beth, you are up talking about a very important item, ordering your cap and gown.
Hi everyone, congratulations. I am going to stop the share so that I can show you how to find your cap and gown. So before I show you how to find your cap and gown, let me say something really clear to you. You're going to see this when you order it. It says please allow 2 to 3 weeks for delivery. The way that Fully Promoted, the people that order it and ship it to you, order it is they take it in batches every week and they order them out. So if it may be 3 weeks if you order the day after they do an order, or it may just be 2, depending on what day of the week, and we don't know what that is. So in student services, we can't tell you what that is, but I did want you to understand that they do one bulk order a week and they bring everybody in that's ordered in that time frame since their last order. Do it now if you can do it now, because if it comes, the earlier it comes in, the sooner you can take pictures with it and all of that stuff. And so here we go. Let me share my screen. And I know that every one of you know this page very, very well. You're going to go to resources, and I hit the wrong button, sorry. Why is it not doing what I want it to do? Oh, I know why. It's hiding from me with you guys. Let me move you guys. Okay, so we're going to go to resources. We're going to scroll down to Gator Gear Online Store. And then when you click on Gator Gear, if you'll look at the top, you can see graduation. Click on graduation. And right now, you can see the deadline for ordering is April 26, 2021 for spring graduation. Delivery takes 2 to 3 weeks depending on date of order. It will be shipped to your home. So you don't have to come to student services and pick it up. You're actually going to put your address in there, and you're going to pay shipping to have it go to your home. So just keep that in mind. I want to draw your attention to a couple things. Please note the cap and gown is green. So if you've had someone who's graduated in the past and they wanted to give you their robe, I'm sorry, that's not going to work this year, because it is green, because it is a North Shore green. I know the picture's a little funny, but it is a North Shore green. And it comes with a tassel. Often students buy the extra tassel. That extra tassel is for you to have something fun, like maybe you could put in a frame next to your diploma, or to put in your car. It's not necessarily an extra purchase you have to make. Your cap and gown will come with a tassel. You can keep watching the store, because they will have invitations and t-shirts show up here too, and you can actually purchase whatever you want to purchase. The only thing that we ask is that you do purchase your cap and gown from here so that we have a consistent look for all of our graduates. And that is me.
All right, thank you so much, Beth. And just so you guys know, the deadline, the absolute deadline for you all to order that cap and gown is going to be April the 25th, okay? That is a Sunday. You have until April the 25th at midnight to order that cap and gown. So make sure that you're making preparation to do that as soon as possible. It does take a little time for us to get that information, get those gowns in from the vendor, and they do come directly to your home. So make sure you get your order in by the 25th. If you try to place the order after the 25th, you won't be able to, and you won't have a gown for the ceremony. Okay, so make sure April the 25th is the deadline to order those cap and gowns, okay? And also the vendor is going to be updating the website where you order your cap and gowns to add more materials that you can order after today, okay? So now Miss April Laverne is going to talk about logistics.
Good evening, Gators. We're so glad you're here with us tonight, and we're so proud of you and excited for this next step in your journey. I'm going to go over just some logistics information for the ceremony. Now, while you will receive an email from your campus giving you specific logistics information as to where to come in and enter the building, this is where we want to start. Everyone who is coming to the ceremony, graduates and their guests, will need to complete a COVID check-in before arriving. You do not want to do this any more than an hour before you will be on campus. What you can do is you can download our NTCC app either through the Apple Store or the Android store. And you will see on the app, when you get into it, you will see the option for the check-in on the main screen. Where you click, you can see a little guy with a little mask. It says check-in. And then it will bring you to the next page, which is the actual form that you will fill out. There will be 3 pages to this. You will see your personal information, which will be your name, phone number, email, whether you're a guest, you're going to be a guest or a student, you can just put guest for everyone. And then what campus you will be going to. And then your next page will be Symptom Checker, and they're going to ask you some questions like, do you have a fever over this amount? Have you been in contact with someone who had COVID? You know, there's going to be several questions there. And then you'll scroll down and submit that page. And then on the last page, you're going to type in your name. And that's just confirming that you're not a robot to type in there, and then you'll submit it. And that last page, once you submit, you will see a little green check mark pop up there. So you will want to take a screenshot of that little green check mark, and you'll need one for everyone in your party. And you will show that at the door when we'll be checking temperatures. So we'll check everybody's temperature as you are entering the building. Now, if you do not have that app, or you can't get the app, we will have paper forms to fill out at the door. Again, we will be checking temperatures, and for everyone, all graduates and their guests will have temperatures taken at the entrance point. You must wear a mask while you are in the building. It must be under your chin and over your nose at all times. However, when you are taking pictures with the chancellor, there may be an opportunity to remove the mask briefly to take those pictures. It's going to be 5 guests maximum for each graduate. So that's you and 5 family or friends. We wish we could have more, but this is what we have to do to make sure everybody's staying safe. Next slide, please. Just some additional information. You will have a 10-minute window for your conferring of your degree. Please make sure you arrive on time, because there will be a student coming in after you, and we don't want to get everybody backed up. Unfortunately, professional photos will not be available, but your guests are more than welcome to take personal before, during, and after your ceremony. Also, oh, can we go back one?
Go back.
Before, during, and after your ceremony, and we will also have a backdrop available for you to take pictures in front of. And you can go to the next slide now. Thank you. If you or one of your guests requires any accommodations due to a disability, please contact the Office of Accessibility. That is my office. I am the Director of Accessibility. I have put the email for the office and the contact phone number for the office. You can contact me, or you can contact your campus ADA rep. The link to the contact information for the campus ADA reps is available on the next slide, which I'll actually put that into the chat. But if we go to the next slide, you'll see they're all the campus ADA reps for North Shore. So you can contact them as well and let them know you're needing accommodation for the ceremony or your guest, one of your guests, and they will get that information to me and we will make sure that you are taken care of. So that is it for me. And again, congratulations, and we are so very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Laverne. And now we are going to round out with Ms. Dakota Easton, who is our Director of Career Services, to talk to you about career services resources.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Christie. And congratulations again, everybody. You're going to keep hearing that from us because we're just so happy and excited that you're graduating this semester. So I am, again, your Director of Career Services. And I just wanted to share a couple of resources with you all so that you can move into the work world if you don't already have a job while you're here with us, or if you're also just looking for something after you graduate. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all just so I can show you where to find a couple resources that are going to be available for you now as a Gator, and then of course also once you graduate. So again, very familiar site here, our northshorecollege.edu website. If you go to that website and select the student option and scroll on down to career services, that's where you will find our home, or my home, I should say. This is where you'll find information about how to develop your resume, to schedule an appointment with me to do that. If you need some assistance doing mock interviews, I'm more than willing to help you do those either face-to-face with an appointment, or we can also do those virtually with you. Even if you need assistance filling out job applications or just need assistance figuring out exactly what career pathway you'd like to choose, I'm also available to help kind of coach you through that whole thing. Another thing is you do have the opportunity to look for jobs and internship opportunities now by visiting the Gator Career site. I really highly recommend, if you are not already a member of the Gator Career site, that you go ahead and register. Like you've heard a couple of times already this evening, make sure that you're entering an email address that you actually check frequently, because this is where a lot of employers, when they call me, they ask for our students and I direct them to this Gator Career site to go ahead and post those opportunities. If at any point you need to contact me directly, you can always select my name right here, Dakota Easton, and you will be emailing me directly. I'll also put my email address in the chat box for you as well. You should already be seeing some emails from me coming once a week. I typically send those every Wednesday to you, to your northshorecollege.edu email address. And usually those are going to be opportunities that are very relevant to your particular program of study. And then it is also going to be very recent. These are opportunities that I'm getting within the week or week or last 2 weeks. So they're really jobs that are open and available now. Another resource that I wanted to share with you all is Career Waves 2. So this is probably a site that you are not familiar with, but that's okay. I actually have already scheduled a tour of this particular platform that's going to be designed specifically for North Shore Tech students and alum. So you also should have gotten an email about this last week. But if you go to careerwaves2portal.com, this is actually a site that we've developed with our partners at Baton Rouge Community College, as well as River Parishes Community College. And if you select the events tab on that website, it'll actually bring you to a multitude of events that we actually put together for you. And as you can see, we do have a tour that's going to be specifically designed for you to actually take a look at the platform, get an idea of some of the resources that are there, which include job fairs. They also include data and access to career opportunities, as well as insight onto what the salary is like for different occupations, what the occupational outlook is for those occupations now and in the near future, so that you can make a really informed decision when you're going into the work world. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share right now. And in the chat right now, you should also have for me my direct email address. So I do encourage you to reach out to me directly if you have any questions, and I can definitely help walk you through your process going into the work world. And again, congratulations, and we can't wait to help you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Eason. All right, so at this time, I think we have provided most of our information. So we are going to go ahead and open the floor. We do have Ms. Allie who is going to close us out once we are complete. But we are going to open the floor for questions. So if you do have a question, I am going to ask if you can to utilize the raise hand function so that way we can have some sort of order to responding to your questions, because we want to make sure that we respond to everyone who has a question. Okay. All right. So I see that our first question is Miss Samantha Stewart. Samantha, you can go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hi, so I've been in contact with Miss Lynn a lot lately because I finished in July 2020 with school, and I knew I didn't do the summer graduation. So I was wondering, I think Miss Lynn told me I didn't have to reapply, but do I have to reapply? Okay.
No, if you did not participate in the 2020 commencement and you've already applied, you haven't had a chance to participate, you do not have to reapply. I just need you to complete that survey to let me know that you want to attend and participate. And so I'm actually about to add that link again in the chat. I need you guys to complete that. That's a very important. Again, I'm going to email it out to you, but I need you to complete that survey as soon as possible. So once we're off the call, it will be live and you guys can start completing it as soon as we finish the call. Okay. All right. Thank you for your question. All right. The next person is Jonathan Ferranola. You can unmute and ask your question.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of gone for a bit of this, but I really wanted to be in here. And you said you were recording this?
Yes, so I will, once I record, I'm probably going to upload it to the Student Services YouTube page, and then I will send that link out. I may not be able to send the link out until around Tuesday, but early next week, you all will receive the link to this video, and we have all the information that we provided is recorded. There are several people who had to pop in and out, so you'll be able to get all of the information through that. So yes.
I have one secondary question, if you do not mind.
Sure.
Where exactly do we go to order the cap and gowns under the website? Where was that? I missed that part as well.
I'll put it in the chat for Jonathan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Okay, our next question is Nathaniel Godfrey.
I had a question about the summer. If because I didn't apply for graduation yet and I was finishing this summer, so would we be taking part in the May graduation?
Yeah, so if you only have like 6 credit hours, or if the summer is your last semester, you need to go ahead and apply for graduation. And so we can go ahead and include you in this ceremony. So if you are finishing over the summer and you have 6 credit hours or less left in your degree, you can participate in the ceremony in May.
And so with that, we would get our degree before
you
we finish out, or we won't get
the
until
actual degree until you actually complete the degree. So for students who walk early, we go ahead and give you your diploma cover, you get your full regalia, you go through commencement, and then once you complete your final courses, we mail you the physical copy of the degree.
Okay. All right.
Right. Very good question. All right, next person is Brianna Carter. You can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, so I actually have two questions. My first one is for the financial aid, the exit counseling. If we plan on taking classes to continue prerequisites, do you guys advise that we do the exit counseling, or how
Yes.
go about doing it? Okay.
Yes, you've earned a credential, so you want to go ahead and do the exit counseling. It's not going to hurt anything to do it. And then once you earn another credential, you'll do it again. It doesn't hurt anything. It just kind of gives you a refresher of what your options are and your responsibilities.
Okay. And then my second question would be, is it mandatory that we purchase the cap and gowns? If we're just receiving the diploma or certificate for 10 minutes?
If you are participating in the commencement, yes, we do ask that you purchase the cap and gown to be in full regalia. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay. Next question is Nikki Sanders. Nikki, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay, I have two different questions here. The Phi Theta Kappa, if we want to buy, I forgot what it's called, I think the sash. What is the direct link to purchase that? Because I didn't see anything just during the slideshow.
Hi, you have to go to ptk.org. You'd have to, they have just the store or whatever else like that. You go to that and then they'll have about graduation and you can just pick out the tools and order that. I would order that as soon as you can though.
Okay, so we do that on the Phi Theta Kappa website instead of?
Correct, ptk.org. That's it.
Okay, and then my other question is there any closure for FAFSA? I didn't have any student loans. Is there any closure we need to do for FAFSA?
Or if you never received a student loan, you don't have to do anything, but if a Pell Grant, you do not have to do exit counseling.
Okay.
All right, thank you for those questions. Next we have, I believe it's LaDacia Lee. You can go ahead and unmute and ask your question.
Hello, I actually have two questions. My first one is, where would graduation be held at?
So it's actually at your campus. So depending on what campus you're at, it's usually in the student center area at the campus. In some campuses, we clear out a complete classroom and bring in all of our large graduation banners, regalias, ferns, all of that stuff to make it look like official commencement. So in some campuses, it's actually in the student center. In some campuses, it's in a large classroom.
Yes, ma'am. And what date? It depends on which campus I'm with. That's the dates that's gonna be
Correct.
for graduation.
Your date will be for your campus. Yes.
Okay.
And that
And
information is posted in the chat. So if you go back to the chat, they do have the dates posted on there.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Next is Gerard. You can unmute.
Hi, I have one question. How many individuals can we have for graduation?
5. You can bring 5 family members.
Okay.
Okay.
And Dr. Montgomery, there are 2 questions in the chat, Janice Woods and Natavia Owens. They haven't typed their question, but they're trying to raise hands.
Hello.
Yeah, so they're asking, will we receive an email? So once you complete that that form, Natavia, when you complete the form that I'm sending out to you all, the one that I posted in the chat, and I also email it to you. At that point, I will assign you a specific time. So you all will receive information that says your ceremony it's basically you'll receive a chart that has all of the times on there, and you'll look for your name and it'll show that your appointment is at 10 o'clock or 10:15 or 12:30. It will be listed on that chart once we assign the times. And I'm looking for the other one.
Janice Woods, she didn't type it in yet.
Okay, Janice, if you're unable to do raise hand, you could just type it in the chat and I will ask you. So I do see another question that came through, and then I'm gonna go back to our folks who have their hands raised. For those of you who are not participating in commencement, you just want the diploma mailed to you. You still need to complete that form because it will give you an option to decide whether you want to participate in the full commencement or if you just want the actual diploma. Okay, so you need to complete that survey, and then we can accommodate you however you choose. All right, so my next hand raised is Jade Maccabee.
For the honors thing, when do we get our stoles? Do we get them that day, or can I get them before?
If you're getting that gold stole or the necklace, you can order that now. But the actual cords you will be given, and anybody who's graduating with honors, if you are a current SGA member, anything like that, you will receive all of your honors regalia the day of. So when you check in, we're going to hand all of that stuff to you, and you'll be able to put it on before you go in for your ceremony.
Okay, thank you.
Just to follow up with that, because I saw that Carrie wrote something also in the chat as well about being a member. You can view it if you go to ptk.org. You can view the shop. You would just click on shop, and you can see. You can click on the tab for graduation. You can see all the stuff there. But like Carrie said, you do have to be a member. So you're going to have to put in your member ID. You have to create that. Once you join, you have to create an account for it. So that's how you go about doing that. But if you're a member already, you've already joined, you have that information. That's how you go through the process of getting that. But you can view it. You can see the pricing and everything just by going to shop and graduation.
Okay, thank you so much. Our next person is, I believe, Brittany Joseph.
Hi, I have two questions.
Okay.
For the first question, for the PTK, if I've already ordered my cords, unknowingly that we were going to get them for graduation, what should I do?
Speedy Gonzalez. I don't know. I don't know if they'll take them back. You could also definitely try to return them if that's an option, but we're gonna give you a cord. So every year we have students who come in with 2 sets of cords because they ordered one on their own. But we're gonna give you one regardless of whether you purchase one or not. But you could check with them to see if you could return the cords that you've already purchased.
Okay.
But we're gonna give it to you regardless.
Okay. Second question. I have 5 children and a husband. And we're only allowed to have 5 people at the.
One of them children can't come. I'm joking. No, we always have a scenario like that. Okay, so in extreme circumstances, I'm not going to ask you to put one of your children on the chopping block. Okay, so that would be a situation where you would just need to email me and say, this is my circumstance. Is this allowable? But it can't be my best friend's cousin Pookie wants to come.
Okay.
Okay. That's not an allowable circumstance. But in your circumstance, you have 5 children, you have a husband. I'm not going to ask you to leave one child in the car. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll accommodate that.
All right, thank you.
All right. Gerard, I think you have another question.
Yes. What is that exit survey for the financial thing? The conference or whatever that was.
Nicole, where can they access that exit survey?
You would go to studentaid.gov and log in with your FSA ID. And under where it says, I think it has like manage your loans, you'll see exit counseling.
Okay.
And we'll send a link on Monday to your email.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh, guys, another point I need to make to you all is these ceremonies happen during the day. Okay, so I forgot to mention that. The ceremonies happen during the day. These are not evening ceremonies. They typically happen between 9 o'clock in the morning and about 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So keep that in mind. It's March 31st. So you got about a month and a half, a little over a month and a half to kind of coordinate life, to kind of free your day up, because these ceremonies do happen during the day. We don't have them in the evening. Okay. I forgot to mention that earlier. All right, Sierra Mullen.
Hi, I'm just wondering if we get to keep our cap and gowns, or when we order, if it's just like a rental fee.
You paid for that cap and gown, so we're not gonna take it back. You get to keep it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you get to keep it. All right, Brittany, you have another
Dr.
question?
Montgomery, can I add to that?
Yes.
To Sierra's question. You get to keep it, but something we didn't talk about is you can decorate your hat.
Yes.
You can take that cap and put whatever you want on the top of it. As long as it's appropriate for a professional setting and it's not rude or offensive, we want you to decorate that cap. Enjoy it. It's yours to keep. So do what you want with it.
I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to mention that. Yep. All right, I think next, Brittany.
I'm sorry, I couldn't unmute. I apologize. I'm not sure if this is where I asked, but for the nursing program, is this where we get our information for our pinning ceremony as well,
No.
or is that
So
something?
pinning ceremonies are going to be completely separate. I did get confirmation because last year when we did the individual conferring, we combined pinning ceremony with the conferring of degrees, but they're actually going to do campus by campus pinning ceremonies for nursing like they did in the fall semester. So that'll be completely separate. So pinning ceremonies will probably happen before, a week or two before graduation. And I think the way that they've done those is because of the number of nurses, we have not been able to allow the public to be there, but we live stream it. So I think in the fall, they actually streamed it through Facebook or YouTube. So families were able to watch it.
Okay, and because we're the class that we're with, we're not going to be together for graduation, but we will be all together for pinning.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
You all will be together for your pinning ceremony, and because we're able to socially distance that small group, we just can't socially distance the whole college, right? So the nursing pinning ceremonies you all will be together for those.
But it'll just be us, no family
only nursing students.
Okay, thank you.
For your campus, not college-wide, just for your campus.
Right, okay, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Jonathan.
Hi, I normally ask a couple hypothetical questions, like it's just more like a preparing question. This might help. What if, let's say, a student who was going to graduation suddenly, even taking the correct precautions, got COVID? How would they receive their honors and stuff if that was to happen? If they got sick or they had to leave, how would that happen exactly?
So in any instance that a student is not able to attend, they just would notify us and we would make sure that they could get their items. So even if it's a matter of them coming to pick them up after they are able to go through quarantine and be cleared to come back, they could either physically pick them up or we can mail those items to them. So we could get that information to get those items to the student, even if they're not able to attend due to a sickness or an emergency that comes up or something like that.
Okay, thank you. I don't think that's going to happen to me. I just thought somebody might have that question. So
it's a good question. That's a good question.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, Nikki.
Hey, sorry, I had a couple more questions that popped in my mind.
Okay.
The cords that y'all are giving us, are those ours or do we need to order them if we want to keep them?
So the PT, if you're Phi Theta Kappa, the cord that we give you is yours. If you're graduating with honors, the cord that we give you is yours. That's something that's a honor that the college gives you. You don't have to give those back.
Okay.
You keep that.
Okay. And then one of the other students asked a similar question and they answered it specifically for his situation. So I'm trying to figure out mine. I've taken classes that connect to success. I don't know if it was this degree or the vet one that I tried out in the past at the Hammond campus. I've taken classes at Lacombe and there may be, I think that's it and just online, but what campus do I come to?
So you are probably, I'm thinking you're actually coded as a Lacombe student currently. So that's probably where your degree is going to be awarded, is at Lacombe. But when that schedule comes out, you'll know specifically, but I'm trying to remember from your specific record, I think you are coded as a Lacombe student because that's where you have spent the latter part of your journey. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And Nikki, you can actually see it in Lola. When you go into Lola on your academic profile, it'll tell you what campus you're assigned to.
Okay. I didn't know that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, Miss Lakeitha Page, you can unmute.
Yeah, I was typing in the chat box. That's what I was about to ask. The same question what she just asked
because I did like all my courses at Florida Parish, but by my major was criminal justice, it was saying Lacombe, so I didn't know which day that I was supposed to graduate. Like,
yeah, you may want to make sure, like, if you are a traditional a Florida Parish student, it may be that you took some courses at Lacombe, or there may be something kind of wonky going on there. April, can you look at Lakeitha? Just to yeah, I'm gonna have Dr. Laverne to look at yours to make sure
yes,
it's
ma'am.
accurate,
Okay.
and she'll connect with you if we need any changes or updates.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. All right, and Sierra.
What's the dress code for graduation?
So, and you guys, I am gonna email you. You will get another email from me about graduation specifics. Dress code, we do ask that you kind of, we typically, for a larger ceremony, we would ask you to, you know, wear dark pants and these types of things. But with the individual ceremonies, because you have your robe on and it's not a, the reason why we ask for consistency at the large ceremonies because we have a large group of folks and we want you all to look uniform. But with the individual conference, you know, we really don't have a strict dress code. As long as you have your gown on, your cap on, you have to have that green cap and gown. You can't come in there with a black one. You have to have the green cap and gown. I'm gonna say that right now because I know some of y'all gonna come in with a purple or red. Or my brother graduated last month and his was blue, and no, it has to be the green. Not the Delgado green, not the Nunez teal. It has to be that green, shiny cap and gown on the Gator store. I know my students, and y'all will finagle and try. The $24 cap and gown on the Gator store is the one that you have to purchase. Okay, that's the one we want to see you in. All right. But outside of that, I mean, you know, I know my ladies, y'all get real fancy with the platforms and all of that. I just pray for you when you walk in the door. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna hate on you with that. I just pray that you don't tumble down. But we're not as stringent as saying, oh, the shoes have to be black, or you have to have on dark pants, or you have to, because you will have the gown on. But you know, just you need to definitely be professional. We ask that you not like wear blue jeans or anything like that. So make sure it's at least a casual or dressy casual look underneath, but nothing specific with the individual conference. Okay. All right, that's my last raised hand. Did we answer all?
I've been working the chat for you, Kristen.
I've been seeing that. Nikki, you can unmute.
Yeah, you raised a question in my mind. The cap and gown, is the gown really long?
So it depends on what you order. So it's gonna give you a height chart and a size chart. So you have to make sure that you order based on that. If you are a bit unsure, you can connect with student services because we do have try-on gowns on our campuses. I think the only campus that may not have try-on gowns right now is the Livingston campus. But I know for sure Hammond, Sullivan, Lacombe, and Florida Parishes have try-on gowns that you could try the gown on to kind of test it out. But the size chart, if you follow that chart accurately, not by oh, this is my clothing size, and I think that, you know, this is what I should wear. No, follow the chart accurately, then you should be fine. But it does kind of tell you by height and by size which gown you should order.
Okay. The reason I was asking is because I didn't know if our dress needed to be longer, or the dress needed to be longer, whatever skirt, longer than the gown, or if it can be shorter than the gown.
Yeah, the gown is designed to be calf length or below. That's the way it's designed. Sometimes we'll have folks who will order it too short and it comes up shorter, but it's designed to be calf length or below.
Okay, so the clothing needs to go below it or above it, Or does it
I'm
matter?
fine. We have people who wear slacks and it can be seen below. That's fine. So it's completely up to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Gerard, you're next.
Hi. How do we check and see if we're eligible for the PKT thing for membership?
Gerard, you would have received an invitation in either late January or early February. You can actually put into the search bar Phi Theta Kappa as like a subject line for it. And that would be your invitation right there. I see a couple people are emailing me. I have to check you. I'll make sure to check that in the next couple of days. If you are eligible, you met those requirements before the semester started. So if you feel that you are eligible, reach out to me. But if you are eligible, you received the invitation, you received that invitation. That's important because in that email, it has an access code specific for you as a member. So you want to find that email. And again, it might have been sent to your North Shore email account. It might have been sent to a personal account. It's whatever email, I guess, was focused in Lola at the time when we were running that kind of stuff to it. So try that, try your multiple email accounts and put that in there, Phi Theta Kappa, and see what pulls up for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I did see somebody post a question in the chat of what time. Again, each student will have an individual specified time that you will show up. You all will receive that information after the survey closes, and I'm gonna pull that up so I can give you the correct date. The survey closes at 11:59 p.m. on May 2nd, okay? 11:59 on May 2nd. So it will be the week of May 3rd, which is 2 weeks prior to the ceremony, when you will receive the chart that says the specific time that you're going to attend. If you are planning not to attend the commencement, but you want your diploma mailed to you, you need to complete the survey that I put in the chat. You need to complete that survey and indicate that you want it mailed, and then we will mail it to you. We will have graduation announcements posted on the website within the next week or two. The vendor is still working on that. Okay. Brittany, I see you have a question.
If we answer before and then we change our mind, like say we didn't want to go, but now we want to go, do we just redo another survey?
You can do an updated survey, but you also, it would be good if you contacted me. As long as you make a change by the 2nd, after May 2nd, it's pretty much locked in at that point. So after May 2nd, I'm only working with like dire circumstances as far as adding people to the schedule. So make sure you get that completed or decided by May 2nd. Your cap and gown order though has to happen by April 25th. So you really need to make a decision by April, that graduation order date, because that, even if you decide you want to participate on May 2nd, I can't allow you to if you haven't ordered the cap and gown.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so my job, sometimes I work days, sometimes I work nights, sometimes both, but you set the schedule, so like can be like easier for me to just like do like in the evening, because sometimes I work during the day.
Yeah, we don't have any options in the evening. We have no evening options. Everything is during the day. So 9 to about 5 o'clock, 5:30 is pretty much it. It's basically during our normal operation hours. What we have found is that the earlier students talk to their employers about this, the easier it is for the employer to say, if you're talking to them today saying, I'm graduating on May 16th, they're likely to work with you. We have had very few students to run into issues that they couldn't attend because of the employer not being willing to work with them. So I would say if you want to participate, you need to have that conversation with them now so they can go ahead and know that they may need to put you on a later shift that day. You may not be able to come in until, 6 or whatever that may be. Now, once the schedule is set, you could always go back to them and say, well, I am available a little bit earlier than I thought, but I can't set the schedule until the actual survey closes, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
We have a question. Student asked, what if their PTK invitation code, what if it expired?
Okay, Amy's gonna have to answer that one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't unmute it, and my video's off too. So if it expired, is that the question?
Mm-hmm.
I have to check. I saw that was a question. I have to check with the international headquarters. And I also have to run the list again because the list updates itself as well. So I need to update the list. I can't answer all those emails just yet. So I promise in the next couple of days, I'll get to that as soon as I can. I'm not sure about if it expired. If you kept up your GPA and you still met the requirements, whatever else, you would have been re-invited again at the beginning of January. I do know that. So, and that it doesn't expire until the probably around like mid-May, I think is when that expires, that membership, or toward the end of May. However, if you want to be part of our induction that's happening April 22nd, you have to join before that date. So you have to join at least that Wednesday before, really before that, if you want to be included in our induction ceremony, which I'll be sending more information about that in the next couple of weeks as well. So that's what I know about the expiration part of it. You would have been invited again had you met the requirements again for this next part of it. But I'll check on the student or a couple of students that asked me that. I'm gonna check on your name and see if you're on the list anyway. And if you are, I'll respond to that email. I'll let you know, hey, you're on the list. You just need to find that email because I don't have those access codes for you.
All right, thank you, Miss Amy. And Brittany?
Okay, this is the last one, I promise. Miss Amy, for the returning of the cords, do I just call the telephone number that's on my order form?
I would, yeah. I was gonna reach out to you. I forgot that you had asked that question earlier, and I was kind of keeping it in my mind. Yeah, I don't know. I know we've had students before, and then they just, I don't know how they work with the returning of the cords with that. But I would, on your order form, whatever else, and contact that number. And also on the ptk.org website, they have like the shop number, whatever else, the number for headquarters. You can reach out to them as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so we are clear with questions. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over. And again, remember, this is being recorded, so you can always go back, look at the video if you have anything that we presented that you said, oh, I forgot what they said about this, or there was a student who asked a really good question, I forgot what they said and the answer. You'll be able to go back and look at this at any time to get the information that you need. You can also share it with any of your friends that were not able to attend today, but that are graduating. You definitely can share the link with them when I send it out next week. They will have it in their email if they have applied to graduate. They will have it in their email. Make sure, even if you're on this line and you have not done your graduation application, you're not going to get any correspondence from us if you don't do that. So do your graduation application and please complete that form to participate in the graduation ceremony. I am going to put it in the chat one more time so y'all can't say I forgot, I didn't see where it was. It got buried in questions. That is the chat. That is the link that we need you to complete. So let me know whether you're going to participate in graduation or not. All right, without further ado, we're going to turn it over to Ms. Allen, and she is going to close us out tonight. Thank you guys for attending. And we're just so excited for you all. Can't wait to see you. I will see each of you, if the Lord keeps me healthy and says the same. I will see each of you at your individual conference, and I look excited. I'm so excited to see your faces and to celebrate with you. And Miss Allie is gonna close us out tonight.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you for choosing North Shore. It has been a pleasure getting to know you. We hope that you have enjoyed your experience, and we hope that you will tell a friend about North Shore and what you accomplished here. So I want you all to just take one quick moment And I want you all to be very mindful of where you are right now. You are preparing to graduate. Do you understand that? You are preparing to graduate. Just take a moment to take that in, because this is a major accomplishment for yourself, for your family. It will have a ripple effect on your life, on your children's life, on your, your family. So just take a moment to give yourself a pat on the back, because you are in the home stretch of your graduation day. So I want you to do one more thing. I want you to think about all those people that helped you along the way, and take some time to just reach out to them and thank them, because I know you had days where you were like, am I going to make it? Do I need to quit this? It's not working. I need to go get a job. I can't keep going. I know you had those days. We've all had those days, but guess what? You made it through and your support system helped you. So I do want you to take some time to thank that support system, and also thank those haters. Thank those naysayers who said, you ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Tell them thank you, because it only made me stronger. I'm Gator strong now. So on behalf of North Shore Technical Community College, we want to be the first to say congratulations on your accomplishment. We are so proud of you. And we are so excited that we're going to get the opportunity to share in this moment. So please, like they said, follow all the rules of graduation. Make sure you do everything that you're supposed to do, so that we can enjoy your graduation day. Again, on behalf of North Shore, we want to thank you for choosing us. Thank you for sticking it out. And we look forward to seeing you on your graduation day. Bless you.
Congratulations, Mr. and Miss Williams. I see y'all down there high-fiving each other. Go ahead. Congrats to y'all.
Miss Williams, you need to call me tomorrow while we've been on this
Vicky,
call.
Kaylee, I see y'all. Krista, I see y'all. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
everybody. Everybody, congratulations. We're so excited for you guys. And
I'm gonna be crying.
Yeah. Don't you start crying.
Then we'll start. We're so proud.
We're so proud of you guys. And I can't wait to see you at commencement. Y'all have a good evening.
Good night, everybody.